Hello again. Well, for those of you that have sort of kept an eye on The Chosen One, I've attached a link that you might find interesting. It's on Before It's News. The title is Obama, quote, "I will stand with the Muslims." And what this article goes on to say is, note, when Barack Hussein Obama says in his own words, they're from his entitled books, quote, "Dreams of My Father, An Odyssey of Hope." In Odyssey of Hope, he writes, "I will stand with the Muslims should the political wind shift in an ugly direction." The quote comes from page 261 of the paperback edition of the Odyssey of Hope. Well, let's see if he's a man of his word. He seems to be at this point, since he's the only high-level political leader missing in the 1 million man march that's taking place in Paris, France. Hussein was writing about the injustices suffered by some in America. In that content he wrote that sentence, "Will injustices in America ever go away completely? No, we live in an imperfect world. Therefore, will the situation ever arise by which Muslims in the United States will cry out for Barack Hussein to lean in their favor? Of course. And will he? Well, he seems to at this particular point, does he not? Huh? You know what they say, actions are worth 1,000 words. I don't know if they say that. I might have just made that up. But the reality is, his actions clearly have always been to defend Islam. Even when Major Nidal Hasan's business cards read, "Soldier of Allah," as he was screaming Allah Akbar as he's killing innocent and wounding innocent military personnel, this criminal, dysfunctional administration called that horrific Islamic terrorist act workplace violence. The beheading of the lady who worked in an office by a Islamic terrorist was deemed to be workplace violence. Are you sort of getting the picture? Obama's got a real dilemma now. Yeah, he really does have a real dilemma. How long can he continue to defend the undefensible? Well, again, he did say in Odyssey of Hope, "I will stand with the Muslims should the political wind shift in an ugly direction." They couldn't be a whole lot uglier than they are right now, could they? He's got his speechwriters burning overtime to figure out how to address the nation. If he was wise, he'd go on vacation. But then again, he just came off of a vacation, did he not? Well, we'll see what he does. If nothing else, it'll prove to be entertaining. In Dreams of My Father, Barack Hussein writes, "I ceased to advertise my mother's race at the age of 12 or 13. When I began to suspect that by doing so, I was ingratiating myself to the whites." You know, if you've watched my videos, I've made it very clear, I believe that he detests whites. He's not alone. Eric H. Holder Jr. detests whites. Loretta Lynch detests whites. And Michael? Well, Michael's interesting all by himself, but I believe that Michael detests whites. Why? Well, because they're black. And as I've said, it's not my fault. What Obama has done to America is he's turned us into slaves, and he derives incredible pleasure from taking from those that have and giving it to those that don't give a damn about getting anything unless it's given to them for free. Read the article. It's very clear. I'm not going to suggest you buy his book, but again, on page 261 of the paperback edition of The Odyssey of Hope, in his own words, I will stand with the Muslims should the political winds shift in an ugly direction. How much uglier can it be when you've got 50 world leaders marching with 1 million strong in Paris, France? They're not going to a barbecue. They're protesting the Islamics, extremists, terrorists. See, Obama? It's not that difficult to say, is it? I told you what I think. Read the article. Let me know what you think.